Hello, everyone. It's me. I haven't done an update in a long time. A lot of cool things and some not cool things have happened recently, and I thought I should make a video about it. Before I get into the really serious stuff, though, I wanted to do a special shout out. I have a friend that's doing a really awesome job on YouTube, and I enjoy watching her videos. Her name's Dame Falcon. I'm going to give you a small preview of what her channel is like.
Oh, oh! Nice. Oh, that is so cool. Keep away. Dude, she looks like a lot of fun to play. I don't know why people don't talk about her. Oh, with a crossbow, yes! Oh! Oh, stage fatality. Oh! Oh, that is sick. Oh, I was so afraid it was going to be the... Never mind. Oh, ripped clean. Oh, no! They shot his eggplant.
Now, as you've seen, she was surprised to see that that shot actually did happen. And to her favorite character, Baraka, the most worthless Mortal Kombat character to exist. Just kidding, Dame. If you love Mortal Kombat, I know not all of you do on my channel. I would recommend following her on YouTube and on Twitch. Dame Falcon. I'll put a link to her channel. She's just such a sweet person, and you'll like her gameplay. She's very funny, and if you like Resident Evil, which I know some of you do, and unfortunately haven't been able to play any in a while, you'll enjoy watching her play it. I think she's going to be playing Doom. I'm not the biggest Doom fan, but if you like gory games that are like Doom, you'll probably like that too. So this is probably going to be the nicest thing to see on YouTube that you're going to see in my video, because I have some really important news that's very critical, and it's not good news. So we're going to cut to that right now. So here's the gist of it. I've noticed this person or bot on my channel often. In fact, it's very weird. All of you that's following me, a lot of your comments are ending up in my trash bin, yet this person and multiple profiles that say the exact same thing are not. YouTube is just incredibly broken, or as I like to call it, Trollestia. Trollestia is completely, well, trolling out, completely screwing up everything, making it so most of my videos don't show up in anyone's subs anymore, which is making things difficult. But you know what? Oh well. This is really bad. Even hypothetically, if this isn't true, I would treat this as something that's true just in case, because YouTube claims that they're not going to be able to help us for a very long time because of the virus, which is bold because they're all already able to work from home and they should be able to fix this problem. It's just an excuse to purposely not help us. But it looks like this person may have the means through which YouTube hadn't been counting on to get people's personal information, or just information about their account, just by interacting with them. And they're able to take over their accounts and turn them into bot accounts themselves. So we're going to watch this. It's going to be 10 minutes long. This guy's going to explain it. It's not looking good. But this is important for everyone. I don't want anyone to lose their account, including Dame. Not to make it sound like I want her to lose her account. It's just Dame might not be aware of this. She's more of a Twitch person than YouTube.
Chaotic force of nature festering its way across the world right now. The difference is, the one I'm going to be talking about today is not only far more contagious, but you're not even safe from it inside your own home. The worst part is, all you need to do to get affected by this phenomenon is to answer one simple question. Wanna be friends? If you follow any smaller creators, you'll have almost definitely seen this line of text in their comments section. I can without a doubt say it's the widest spread comment I've ever seen, but it's so much more malicious than it seems on the surface. At first I thought it was an upstart YouTube channel trying to do some marketing, but it quickly dawned on me how much more sinister this situation was. Thousands of people have lost their entire channels from this one innocent comment, and it's one of the largest security breaches I've seen YouTube go throughout my decade on the platform. Stay until the end of the video and you'll find out not only how dangerous this simple comment is, and how to stay safe from it, but also how it's led to one of the fastest growing channels on the platform since Logan Paul. Speaking of Logan, that happens to be one of the many aliases this comment has been posted by, and it's also the one I've personally been plagued by. It would appear as the first 2 comments on every new video of mine, sometimes before they'd even gone public, so something was already suspicious. I did some investigating by asking on both my Twitter and a subreddit. The response was instantaneous, which confirmed my theory. The scale of this comment was unprecedented. I'd seen it on videos besides mine, and I wasn't the only one. To put it in perspective, if you search any words into the YouTube search bar and filter results by upload time, you're bound to find this comment on whatever you click on, no matter what it's about, no matter how many views that video currently has. So it's just a bot system that someone is using to advertise their channel, right? Well, advertising is a bit of a stretch. The truth is unfortunately far less innocent than that. When I started investigating this, I didn't really realise how much of a can of worms it was, so I didn't know where to ask. I started on Twitter and got a few positive responses from people I knew, and then I made a post on the Out of the Loop subreddit, in case it was a trend that YouTube had started, or it was some kind of meme or something that I wasn't aware of. I did actually get a fair bit of information out of the Out of the Loop subreddit, but unfortunately people didn't answer in the correct format. For those who don't know, when you make an answer on the Out of the Loop subreddit, you need to start it with answer : and then the answer. And people didn't do that, so all I had was some notifications which were cut off. It was on the subreddit where I first found out subscribing to one of these accounts would have some kind of bad consequence. I also had confirmation that people with no channel presence whatsoever, people only getting 2 views on their videos, would have the comment on their videos. So it was spreading pretty fast. In fact, on one of Logan's videos, I saw someone begging for their account back.
First, let's try a pure DPS team. Oh no, he's got AoE damage. This is going to end badly. But no.
Back. They claimed that Logan had hacked them, and they no longer had access to their account. As for how this happened, I wish I knew. During the investigation I was carrying out, a few rumours came in that engaging with the person asking to be friends would be dangerous. At first, I thought this was only a rumour, but I went on to find some worrying evidence that it was true. In fact, even as little of a gesture as subscribing to the account could be enough to put you in danger, and have you potentially lose your YouTube channel altogether. Chasing down these comments, they all seem to lead me to the same destination, a gaming channel called Tribe.
Alright, so I am Tribe, and this is a proper introductory video to my channel.
What's alarming about this is the scale of his growth. Here's a thought experiment for you. Imagine a new channel started making videos, and their first video was just titled, "Welcome to my channel." It's 1 minute long, and the thumbnail just says, "Please subscribe." How many views do you think it would get? A small handful, right? Try 96,000 in 24 hours. This would literally never happen under ordinary circumstances. Not only would they have no prior subscribers, but there's no reason to watch a video like that from a complete stranger. Creators make the mistake of making videos like that all the time, and people just do not care. Anyone who's even mildly versed in YouTube will tell you not to do this. It's not how you start a channel. Yet alone the fact that there's zero chance of it appearing in YouTube's algorithm, so things are already a bit suspicious. And it wasn't a one-off. It kept happening. The guy is decent at commentating, but not good enough to warrant this growth. It was only when he released his 3rd video that the mystery revealed itself. I am going to help 3 YouTubers get to 1,000 subscribers. Of course. Now there's a reason for someone to actually watch a video like that, yet ironically, it gets the least views of all his videos. Suddenly people start watching for real, and because of Tribe's unprecedented growth, people believe he can do it. I should mention at this point that Tribe renamed his channel back to Logan, whereas before Logan would just lead to Tribe's channel. so it seems as though he keeps changing the name of his channel, probably to avoid detection. He says he knows the secret to the YouTube algorithm, but he's incredibly vague. He keeps stringing you on, giving you little tidbits of advice, and saying that one day he'll show you how he managed to grow to the size he did. But he never does.
In my last video, I promised you guys that I was gonna show you a few steps and tricks that you could use to grow your own YouTube channel just like I did.
In fact, he made a video giving the supposed advice he follows to get these numbers, but you check his videos and he doesn't even follow the bullshit he peddles you.
Here's the format of a well-written description.
He gives the most basic of basic advice, which any YouTuber or person who's not even YouTubing knows to follow. He probably got these tips off a website, and he's just claiming they're the way he managed to grow his channel, when in reality, he's doing it in a much dodgier way. If you haven't guessed by now, this head developed one of the most advanced bots on YouTube's platform, just to make his channel appear as though he'd worked out the secret to the algorithm, and now he plans to string people along and create exponential figures of engagement, so his channel can snowball, going from shady bots to get views to actual engagement of people wanting to know how he did it, just to make his channel appear as though he'd worked out the secret to the algorithm. If you look at his first few videos, you'll see his comments are just nothing. Things people would literally never comment, especially in response to the videos he was posting. Yeah, the real way he growed his channel so large was using bots. They're all bots, but bots using real accounts. Your accounts, actually. So how did he get these accounts? Well, that brings us back to the original question. Wanna be friends? Somehow, this guy developed a way of hacking people's channels solely by having them subscribe to him. And this is incredibly alarming. All these accounts posting these fake comments are real accounts, so this plague can go unnoticed by YouTube, and his channel can thrive with nobody knowing how. This is not okay. People worked hard to make these channels unlike him, and they can lose it within seconds just by falling for a comment and subscribing to this person. It's even speculated that just responding to his comment can result in you losing your account to him. What's even more concerning is the fake comments he leaves on people's videos seem so real, as they'll talk about specific situations and parts of the video. For example, he mentioned my exact subscriber count and wished me luck on getting 35,000. A couple of his comments even responded to specific things I'd said in the video, before my videos had gone public, before it even had time to watch them. So I can only discern that it's using transcriptions and some access to the YouTube database in order to achieve this. It's an incredible security breach, and I imagine with the chaos the world is in, YouTube hasn't been able to prevent it, so I don't even blame them for allowing this to happen. It needs to stop though, and quickly, before the person responsible is able to cover up their tracks and build a legitimately successful channel from the ashes of all the people whose channels he's hacked and turned into comment farms. YouTube needs to know about this and to stop it, but I don't have the influence to make them aware of it. And every day that passes, more people lose their channels to this incorrigible, reprehensible hacker. Therefore, I would really appreciate your support. After posting this video, I'm going to tweet it to YouTube, and the more exposure it gets, the better chance I think they'll see it. If you could share this video or retweet that tweet, which I'll have linked in the description, then I think we can fix this. What's more is there are bigger and better channels better suited for doing an investigation like this, so that even if we can't change anything, we can get the ball rolling. So please send this video or talk about this topic to some of the creators on screen now. Channels like Nexpo, Rainbot, Internet Historian, or even commentary channels like Danny Gonzalez or Drugan. People with influence, people who can change things. People who know people at YouTube. I don't normally do things like this, and I don't like asking my audience to aggressively share my videos, but I'm not doing this selfishly. I'm doing it because the thought of losing my channel sounds like a nightmare.
Okay, since this game is called Emperor and Beauties, let's see how many beauties there are and how beautiful.
But for some people right now, it's a reality. Please, if you see this account in the comments of any videos, do not interact with it. I even urge you not to go over to Logan's or Tribe's or whatever name he's going by. Do not go to his channel. Don't interact with his videos unless you're reporting them. Mass reporting might help, as will sending this video to the people who are in a better position to help than I am. If you want to help spread awareness of this issue yourself, you can tweet the hashtag #YouTubers@risk. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.
Now, I don't normally monetize anything. Anytime my videos are monetized, it's because there's a copyright claim on it, and the people that are making that claim have monetized it. So I won't be taking any revenue from him, I believe, but I will also add a link to his channel just in case. And apparently even Leafy has gotten involved in this, which is pretty cool. I love Leafy's stuff. He can be a little bit, under the belt when it comes to insults and stuff, but he's a pretty funny guy. I wouldn't take the stuff he says too seriously. Seems very chill. But I would watch his channel to see if anything happens to it, because he actually does not believe any of the reports about that channel, Logan, having the ability to take people's accounts over. So he purposely went over there, followed him, and left some very gravy comments on his channel. So, I mean, there's two outcomes here to this for if this is a bot. Firstly, if this is I shouldn't say bot. If this person is hacking people's accounts, if this person's hacking, he'll either see that Leafy is too high profile and they'll purposely not do anything to him, or they won't know what they're doing. They will hack him. Third outcome is they're not really a hacker. But like I said, even if they're not, this is pretty strange what's going on. There's too many people making claims about, this person. I would just avoid making comments or even talking to them, even on my own channel. I think I've favorited a couple of their comments, not realizing that, it was a bot, and it makes me worried because I've been having some weird things happen. And which I am sorry that I haven't had MLP content come out every single day. We'll actually get to some MLP content later on in this video. I don't really think I have any more to say about this. Just stay very cautious. Do not interact with Logan. Do not interact with anyone making any comments that sound like they're a bot, or especially if they're from Logan's channel. So, besides that, I'm going to show you a couple of other things. One of the last things I'm going to show you today that's non-MLP related, for the most part, is this Indiegogo page for Cyberfrog. This guy is awesome. He's outside the industry. He got removed from DC and Marvel for bad reasons, and if you look it up, you'll see some bogus reasons that they removed him. I'm not going to say it just because of the algorithm, but it's not real. He's awesome. His comics are really cool. You see, when it comes to DC, Power Girl is my favorite character, and then almost tied. It's going to be the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. But I love all the lanterns, and apparently if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be Violent Lanterns, there wouldn't be Blue Lanterns, there wouldn't be Indigo Lanterns, and so on and so forth. And that is awesome. I love the look of all the different lanterns. I especially like the violet ones. Unfortunately, they kind of look bad in some of the animations I've seen, because violet is pretty close to purple. Actually, depending on how intense it is, it turns more blue. Anytime I see it on TV, and it's not his fault, it's not Ethan Van Sciver's fault. Anytime I see it on TV, it gets pinker and pinker and pinker. They might as well just be the pink lanterns. And well, pink, depending on the shade of it, I could care less. But I'm a purple holic, and if you haven't noticed that, I just love purple. And for the violet lanterns to slowly not be purple, you know what? Forget that. That's not why I'm here. He is making a really awesome series called Cyberfrog, and he is doing extremely well. Look how much he has made. He is breaking lots of records, and I would highly recommend this series. And this is not fake. I mean, you can check it out. You can check out his YouTube channel, which is Comic Artist Pro Secrets. He might have a link to it. Actually, let's check out his video here.
Hello, potential Indiegogo backers. Hello, friends. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book creator who worked for 20 years for Marvel and DC Comics on books like Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Batman, and X-Men. But before that, I had a comic book called Cyberfrog. Now, Cyberfrog lasted from 1993 to 1998, and then it stopped when I went to go work for DC Comics. Now I want to tell the story of where Cyberfrog has been for the last 20 years. I want to write, pencil, ink, a book called Cyberfrog Blood Honey that tells the story of gigantic alien hornets that come to Earth and conquer it, sending Cyberfrog into deep hibernation, where he emerges now in the year 2018 into a completely alternate reality, a new world where these hornets have taken over, devastated humanity, using human skin to make gigantic wasp hives, and harvesting human blood to make honey to feed their young. Very few humans still exist. But it's up to Cyberfrog to save what's left of humanity and turn back the damage that's been done by these wasps with his brother Salamandroid and his friend Heather Swain. I want you to help me do this. We're going to get colors by Kyle Ritter. He's a fantastic colorist, and he's going to make this book sing. I'd like this to be a 48-page one-shot prestige format, part 1 of 4. So I'm asking you to help me launch the very first Cyberfrog Blood Honey epic graphic novel. Are you in? Will you help me? I hope so. Let's get this frog jumping again.
And looking at that, I think this is his first campaign. Let's take a look. Yeah, view full profile. All caps. Okay, so campaigns. It might be just because of the app I'm on, but he has the second one going right now. Oh, okay, here we go. I completely missed that. Campaigns. And he works with a lot of people. I mean, again, he used to work on Green Lantern. And so, of course, he's going to have connections. And apparently, from my understanding, like, they work with multiple different companies, a lot of these artists. So, like, I have a friend that I have debates with, and he always... And I assumed, he was right, too, because in our line of reasoning, it kind of made sense. Always had trouble... Well, he always has trouble with there being Marvel versus Capcom Marvel versus DC. He has trouble with a lot of verses because he assumes the creators of one series are going to be biased towards the other, which in a sense is true. But it seems like it's more complicated with comics because these guys actually work with multiple companies. Ethan's worked with Marvel also. So the only way you're going to have a bias is if, they specifically pick a character within a company. And it's not necessarily going to be like if one guy works at DC, he's going to be biased for DC. I mean, odds are he could, but it's not a given, or she. Here it is. This one is still going on. That's a pretty interesting one. Oh, and by the way, Cyberfrog is cool, but it's Salamandroid where it's at. Salamandroid is my favorite character of the series. There he is right there. I'm assuming there's eventually going to be a crossover with Vampiro. I'm not the biggest fan of that character. I'm just not really a vampire person, except for Blade. But if you're into vampires and good written comics, you might want to check it out. Oh, and there's Jawbreakers. That is made by, Richard Mayer. He is a Marine vet. He's pretty cool. You might want to check him out too. Let's see. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this guy is just awesome. His comics are awesome. Something to think about if you want to get into comics. And speaking of comics, I'm going to show you something. So it appears that the My Little Pony and Transformers comic book series has begun going out. So you can buy these now, I'm assuming, especially, through the online store at IDW. Um, this cover looks really awesome. I hope this happens in the comic. I really like Grimlock. Spike is one of my most favorite dragons. Everyone knows that. I love purple dragons. Spike is no exception. This would be really cool if him and Grimlock team up in that comic. But they have a bunch of different cover arts. One of them was a con exclusive, obviously, with there being no conventions anymore, except for maybe in October, November, if you like. What is it? Great, I forgot the name of it, but it's the Applejack themed convention that happens in Indianapolis. I can't remember the name of it. That's unfortunate. I've always wanted to go to it because not only am I a huge Applejack fan, but I love, any excuse to have apple-based desserts. And it sounds like they have a lot of really good apple-themed things there, like different kind of apple pies, different apple ciders, maybe, just a bunch of treats. So besides that, I also thought I should show you guys this because apparently one of the premium collectibles for MLP has just come out. So I was wrong. It is not out yet, but you can pre-order it now. And this is based off of human Applejack with normal Applejack. And she looks incredibly beautiful. I don't really care to have a gigantic collection of statues. In fact, I don't really need a giant collection of anything for most of the series I have. I'm very picky. I just want a few of my most favorite things. And this would be one of those things. I want to get this. It's over $100. She looks incredible. Pony Applejack looks cute, but like human Applejack, she just looks really awesome. Reminds me of back home in the Midwest. I was surrounded by lots of cowgirls that were like Applejack, so I have a soft spot for them. She looks incredible. Anyway, just thought you guys should know that because these things go really fast. I think they've already sold out of, they sell out of them really quickly. I think Twilight and Rarity are gone. I'm not sure if Rainbow Dash is out yet for pre-order. I saw that they are going to have Sunset. I'm not sure if that was confirmed before or not, but they're definitely going to have Sunset. But anyway, I thought you guys should know that if you're into premium collectibles, you can pre-order this now. And it looks incredible. Evidently, one of our newest animators is going to be animating a new MLP series. And it looks really, really good. I'm going to review that in a second, actually. It's called Reflections. And that can have a lot of implications. Actually, I made a short story named Reflections as well. Did fairly well. It wasn't as well received as some of the stuff I've won, first place with, and having it premiere on the front page of the Equestria Amino. But this has some implications in it just by the name, because there is a very, very super popular comic book, MLP comic book, that's named this. So we're going to check this out. Okay, hold on 1 second. That is really beautiful music and animation. This looks very intriguing. Ooh, I like that music. It either sounds Gaelic or Russian, or it's Slavic. Well, I can't wait for that. Ooh, it flipped. Anyway, I don't know what's going on now from the perspective of this recording. I liked it. I've seen some people complain they don't like the specific style, but you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Nintendo for some reason, the art style, especially like the older Nintendo Power magazines that would have tips and stuff in them. It reminds me of the it reminds me of the comics that they had in those for Super Mario. Yeah, especially Super Mario. That's what it reminds me of more than anything from Nintendo. So this should look good. And I'm going to show you why the name has some implications. Reflections is the name of a very popular comic book in the MLP series, specifically the comic book series. I have a copy of it via My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Volume 2, actually, to be specific. And yeah, it had some really interesting scenes in it. One of them actually reminds me of one of the scenes that we saw. I'm not going to completely show everything, because if I do, I could get copyright struck. It would not be good. It would not be good for anything. Would be missing out on a lot of stuff, actually. Has some really nice, drawn characters. I think the art for MLP has always been really good in the comics. If anyone objects, go ahead and tell me or give me some examples, and I'll look into it. I'll change my mind. But for now, I think the art's pretty good. But this is one of the most serious stories they have, because a bunch of things happen in it that I wasn't expecting to see in an MLP comic. But one of the scenes that comes to mind in that comic, look at this. I would never have expected to see actually see a character from the series hurt bad. I mean, that's not the only reason why I like it. The story is very fantastic. It has a lot of twists to it. It has a lot of really awesome action in it, too. But, yeah, the story is very engaging and surprising. Just can't believe how badly hurt Celestia is in this. Again, I was getting at, I can't believe you would ever see Celestia that badly hurt. Darn it, I cannot find it, and my time is very limited. Hold on 1 second. Here's another one of really cool action scenes in this story. Can't believe you'd ever see Rainbow Dash Ram Princess Celestia, but that's technically not Princess Celestia. That's an evil version of her from a completely different universe, and I was just shocked to see how violent the alternate universe Princess Luna is like, and she kicks Applejack so hard that she goes flying off screen, and taking mine Alicorns and both Earth Ponies, but mostly Alicorns even more so, are incredibly strong. Like a baby Earth Pony is able to move around, 33 tons? And Applejack's calculated to be incredibly stronger in that. Okay, we're getting to what that scene reminded me of. Okay, I like I said, my time is very limited, so I'm not going to look for it anymore. But there's a scene in that trailer that reminded me of Good King Sombra. I think actually we saw Good King Sombra talking to Princess Celestia, and I think that that animation, I could be wrong, but I think that animation is based off this comic book story. And we have on this channel played the Gameloft version of that series, which has some slightly different things happen in it. And it's a pretty good story. So I'm looking forward to that animation. Granted, there's a chance it just has a similar name, and it won't be, but hey, you never know. So a couple other things I want to show off. I finally got that Nintendo 3DS, and I will be playing Aliens Infestation. I made a couple videos with Aliens Infestation. Unfortunately, I've been so busy. Excuse me. I've been so busy I've not been able to play it more than what I have. It is very difficult, which is good. I love a challenge. And not only that, I got the coolest looking 3DS you could possibly imagine, and then I've customized it. I'm probably not going to do more than what I have because I have a bunch of stickers that I could put on the outside, but I just love the cosmic look so much that I'm not going to. But on the inside, got Princess Luna, favorite character in MLP. Okay, my only, and then the other problem I'm having is it is difficult to record on the 3DS. I would have to have someone actually customize it, not with non-standard stuff, so I could stream it. So I can't do that. So I'm actually having to hold a camera. I'm having to hold a camera while I'm playing it, and it just is not easy. It gets painful a little bit too. So besides that, I'm gonna show you one thing. I finally got the newest Princess Luna merch, and like I said, I'm very, very picky. I've seen plenty of people and this applies to any series too. They buy everything. I don't care to do that. I don't need to do that. And especially in MLP, the only thing that usually interests me are the books and games and comics. Especially like the more serious books that are made by the show writers, especially the ones that have to do with, magic and really in-depth stories that have to do with fantasy, not like, rarity stories about making clothes or Pinkie Pie stories about baking. It could be funny sometimes. Like in the manga, they pulled Pinkie off in the manga. I love Pinkie Pie in the manga. It is hilarious. Pinkie Pie to me any other time is, okay, whatever. So, I got this just because there's not very many Princess Luna merches that are good, let alone any that come with a human Princess Luna. So, got this. I don't really plan on opening it, although it's tempting to know what is in this. But the character does not look bad. It's kind of nice. Don't really plan on opening it. And then, like I said, this is one of the few human Princess Lunas you will ever find. What's very interesting about this, and that is a Sunset Shimmer recolor, is the white owl. This is very significant if you've read the novels, because specifically in the Princess Collection, Princess Luna and the Festival of the Winter Moon, which I do recommend. It's probably one of the best ones in the series, excluding actual source books that have them writing like in journals. On chapter, which one is it? I believe it's chapter 6. Yes. Chapter 6, Guardian of the Night, page 45 and 46. Last paragraph, final sentence. A disturbance between a Manticore and a Chimera. Castor and Pollux, Luna called out across the room to two snowy white owls perched on either side of her bed. Now, not going to read too much more into it, but she loves her snowy owls and she pets them. I think this is one of them. If you had not read the novel, you would just think it's a white owl. And it is also a recolor of Princess Twilight's owl, Aloysius. Yeah, that's his name. He's very decent in the Pocket Ponies game. Has very nice shield abilities when doing that. And if you're not familiar with Pocket Ponies, it's like Pokemon, but I mean, it's not quite like Pokemon, but it's in that vein. It's pretty close. It has a lot of action in it. It's been told by people it has a lot of metal in it. And just a preview of things to come. And great. And just a preview of things to come, especially if Dame is still here. I promised you I would be making a video with the Lego version, the Mega Bloks version of the Halo vehicles. I've been trying to get you into that. These things look really, really cool. Unfortunately, this is one of the main vehicles you will be using once you get to play that game. This specific model you will not be able to use, though. It is only in the RTS games, but it is a very, very, very sweet vehicle. This thing is a really nice monster of a railgun that is a lot beefier than normal, and it fires very powerful slugs that are ionized, and it will do a lot of damage. It would be really cool if it were in a main Halo game, but just ignoring that, this is one of the main vehicles you'll be driving. It won't be as up armored and having roll bars or enclosed either, but this is one of the main vehicles. It's called a Warthog. You'll like it. But I have more than this, and I promise I'll be making individual videos for them. It's just I've been so busy. I wanted it to go along with gameplay because it feels natural. If I'm going to review these, it should have gameplay showing where these vehicles came from. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope everyone sees that video about Logan, and I hope the news was entertaining. Don't forget to subscribe to Dame Falcon. Don't forget to subscribe to Ethan Van Sciver, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. And you know what? Don't forget to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. We are the Phantom Menace, and down with Naughty Dogs because they want to downstrike every single channel. Just so much talking about anything having to do with any leaks. And the stuff they're doing is just disingenuous. It's one thing if you're going after channels that are actually showing the leaks and in-game assets that you shouldn't, but it's a completely different thing when you just talk about it and they still strike down your channel. And even if you try to negotiate with them, they won't remove any of those strikes, making it so that you can't stream, which cuts into your revenue if you're relying on YouTube for revenue. So I stand with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Take it easy, everyone, and stay safe.